Hi, welcome back to Table Talk. I've got a couple of more guests here today. I've got Ms. Christy Stubblefield with Families in Crisis and Blaine Wiltshire. We're going to talk about Families in Crisis, but also the Great Bodies Car Show coming up in August. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yeah, you guys make this an event every year. Welcome back to Table Talk. Blaine, kind of talk to us about the car show and swap meet and all the great things that's going to be going on that day.
Well, this is our 12th one. It doesn't seem like it, but it's our 12th one this year. And, we have the car show, we have the swap meet part of it, which the swap meet kind of, sometimes we have a lot of people that come in and do the swap meet booth. Sometimes we don't, but we always have a pretty good group of people selling items, mostly car related. There are some different items that come up, crafts and things like that. But we try to have a little bit of something for people that aren't just there for the cars also.
Well, I was going to ask what the swap meet part of it is. So kind of vendors or people like that make certain things for vehicles or just crafts in general?
Yeah, the only restrictions we have is we don't allow food vendors because Christy and all the ladies from Families in Crisis, well, and some of the men too, they do a great job with our food. We have our own food trailer that's donated by Citizens Tri-County Bank every year, and so we don't allow food vendors other than we have had snow cones, things like that, but we don't allow competition with our food truck because our food truck has always done a great job and is almost always sold out before lunch because our food is so good.
So you guys, I guess that's your fundraiser that you take on. Tell us about what kind of food you're going to have there.
So Prater's is going to donate the barbecue. So we have Prater's barbecue. We do barbecue sandwiches. We do big barbecue baked potatoes, barbecue nachos. We'll have hot dogs. We always have a variety of desserts. Blaine's favorite, the chocolate cobbler that Courtney always makes every year. And we may have some cookies, different things like that. But the big thing is the barbecue baked potatoes, barbecue nachos.
So come hungry.
Yes,
we all
come
love
hungry.
that. Yes. And Blaine, tell us about, I guess, there's always a lot of fun going on that day, from music to prizes and things like that.
Well, when we decided to do this, I wanted to have a car show. Typically when you go to a car show, most of the time they're playing what I call doo-wop music, the 50s and 60s, and that's great. But I'm not from that era. I'm from the 80s. So I said, I'm going to have a car show that is 80s related. So our music is almost 100% 80s that we play during the show. And we do door prizes, silent auctions. There's something going on as far as giveaways almost every hour, if not every hour. We always try to have something unique. This year we will have a jet-powered go-kart, and it's going to actually do a demonstration of the jet engine. I don't know if I've told you that, but anyway. But I had to get that approved through Alex out at Champion because, we have to make sure our safety concerns are met.
Right.
Because you're dealing with a jet engine. But that is going to be one of the neat things that we're going to do. And as far as I know, TWRA will be there again with their wildlife booth that they have and our trailer. And we just, we have cars, trucks, motorcycles, race cars. We try to just make sure that everybody knows. Even last year we emphasized Jeeps, because we had a lot of people that said, do you have anything for Jeeps? And we started that last year. So we try to make sure that we have an excuse for everybody to bring something.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it's at Champion Chevrolet from 10 to 2 on August the 12th. Talk to us, I guess, about the entries and how that works.
We do something a little bit different than the other shows that I've been to, and I have noticed some have started doing this, and it's a great thing, I think. We started a few years ago. It's $25 for one entry, and that's whether it's a swap meet booth or a vehicle. But if you do two, it's $40. If you do three, it's $50. So you get a better deal bringing more entries.
Okay.
And we do have a lot of people that take advantage of that. For instance, I'll usually bring 3 vehicles or more, so I get a discount for bringing more. And that's something that we try to encourage people, like if they have a vehicle and they have a neighbor that has one, they can come together
Yeah, yeah. That's a lot of people that participate. They'll have a truck and a car and a motorcycle and all of the above. It's like when that's in your blood. I'm just waiting for you to add tractors. That's a big thing too.
We're not opposed.
No,
Bring it on.
No, and actually, I think it was last year that we didn't have tractors, but we had somebody that actually brought these small engines that were farm related.
Yes.
And they let them run during the show.
Uh-huh.
To show these old farm engines that they would use. And I'm not a farmer, so I can't tell you what they use these engines for, but it was to power different equipment. And so the tractor's not out of the question.
And a kids category too. We added that last year as well. So
Oh,
if children have
fun.
a power wheel that they want
Yeah,
to wash
yeah.
up and shine up, or a
Oh,
little
yeah.
dirt bike or whatever, we've got a kids division too.
Okay, well, that's awesome, because that gives something for the whole family to kind of participate. And even if you don't own a vehicle, it's so fun to come and look at everybody's and appreciate the collection out there. Christy, tell me have you all had a busy summer at Families in Crisis?
We have. Summer is always a very busy time for us. Goodness, I keep saying it, the last 10 years, we've been nonstop. We have not had an empty bed since before the beginning of the year. We're over capacity right now in our shelter, and that's just something that we're continuing to see trend is just can't get people out fast enough.
Yeah, and you all provide lots of resources to help with that. As far as I know, we've talked in the past about you all helping with school needs, help with financial education, and just how that mother and children sometimes can get out on their own
Yes.
and get out of the situation.
We do. We meet them where they are, and everybody comes to us at a different place with different needs in their life, and so we try to fill those gaps and help them get to a place where they don't have to be in an abusive home anymore. Whether that be just a place to stay for a while, looking for employment, maybe they need clothing, food. We try to help with all of those, and then by the time they get out of shelter, we want them to have, those resources that they know they can rely on and turn to without having to turn back to that abuse.
Okay, that's and all the proceeds from the Great Bodies Car Show benefit Families in Crisis, and you all serve all of Warren County for sure. Do you
We
help
do.
with other counties as
We
well? or-
serve Warren County, Grundy County, and Sequatchie County.
Okay.
And we have just opened a new office in Grundy County, an outreach office as well. And so we're hoping that we'll be able to spread awareness, and our services will be able to be spread up there as well.
Well, Blaine, you brought a couple of the little dash plaque that you're going to be giving out this year, and the little shot glasses, something new. We've not seen that before.
Yeah, we always have a dash plaque for the first 100 people that come in. And of course, this year's has got a 55 Chevy and looks like maybe a 55 Ford on it. I'm not exactly sure about the year of that Ford, but we always have a really nice dash plaque to give to the first 100 people, because there's a lot of people, including myself, that I'll actually go to a car show if they're giving away a dash plaque. Whether I place or not, I just like to have the dash plaque.
Right.
So we do that, and then also we always try to give a special prize, and this year is something different. We're doing a shot glass with the Great Bodies logo on it. So it's just something different. I've had people tell me that the different things we give away, they put them on a shelf, because we give away screwdrivers, coffee mugs, you name it. We give away different things down through the years, and so we try to come up with something different that they don't have.
And are you all still taking donations for prizes as well?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you both for coming on today, and there's a lot to look forward to coming up in August with the car show going on. Is the cruise-in still going on right now, or is that concluded?
That is the cruise-ins, which that is, the Tree City Cruisers have taken that over, and I know that we'll have another one coming up here 1st of August. It's always the first Saturday of the month at Farmers Market, so it is still going on. And I still do the part that I do connected with that as far as for kids and community.
Right,
So
right.
yes, it is still going on, and that'll be our last opportunity to pump up this show before the show. And I wanted to mention too that we don't ever thank them enough, all the sponsors we have for this show, because we have sponsors that have been with us since we started. And there's about 30 different sponsors that make this happen, so that when we go into the show, we're already plus so much money before we even have the first entry. And, you know, we can't say enough about that. And about Alex and everybody out Champion giving us their whole lot. Just basically saying you can have every bit of the real estate out here, moving everything out of the way, giving us that. And, I mean, it gets fuller and fuller each year.
Yes.
The rain date is the 19th.
Yes.
Knock on wood. We haven't had to use one yet, but always, as it says on the flyer, call me. If the weather looks bad, call my number, 931-743-2461. I'm on the county's website, on the commission. Call me before you forfeit coming, because we will
Right.
not cancel unless we absolutely have to.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be raining in one part of the county and, as we say, dry as a bone in the
Yes.
other. So, well, thank you both for coming, and Blaine, thank you for putting this on and for the wonderful job you all do at Families in Crisis. And I'll say thank you to our audience for joining us today. We hope you found the show interesting and with lots of good content. Come back again next week for more Table Talk.